Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: the place where projects go to die. ... Okay, the dramatic part is over. So if you listen to, in the last 48 hours, if you've listened to the Commit and Go podcast, I was talking about creativity, and I was talking about, namely, a car wash. So this topic is going to start today. We are going to have a conversation about Wyatt's car wash. Now, a few years ago, Wyatt's 7 right now, so probably about 4 years old, he had this infatuation, this love of car washes. Now, he still loves them today. The difference today is that we don't have to stop at every car wash that we go by. Back then, when he was discovering car washes, we had to drive by every car wash, and he wanted to get our cars washed every day if he could. And so for his birthday that year, Grandma and Papa made him a car wash, literally made out of PVC pipe, probably, I'm going to guess, 15 to 20 feet long. You hook up a hose to it. There's drilled holes in it so that the water can come out, and sponges that are tied to the top. And you go through it. It's just a fun toy for kids of really any age. It's just really cool. Like I like walking through it or riding a skateboard or a scooter through it. It's just really, really cool. And so as I'm getting this ready for the boys before they come home yesterday, I get it all set up, and there's a couple of sponges that are just really wound tight. It sound like any of you. It's just really wound tight. So I sit there and I work. It probably took me a good 15 minutes to be able to get the first set unwound. And then I look to the end of the car wash. Oh boy, there's probably 5 or 6 sponges there that are twisted and tied and turned and torqued. And I mean, they are so tightly wound. Again, sound like anybody you know? They're so tightly wound, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Now, I'm not going to take it down, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, but I want this to be perfect for them. Like, I really want them to come home and just have a good time. And I realized in looking at that this is the very thing that stops many of you from getting something done, that you're looking for the perfect thing. You don't. There's projects that you've wanted to launch that you haven't launched because they're not, quote unquote, perfect. You let the tangled mess stop you from moving forward. And really, we sit here and we talk about the tangled mess, and we're talking about projects. Now, projects die on the table of perfection. I want you to write that down right now. Projects die on the table of perfection. There are ideas that you have had over the years, and maybe even now, that you have not launched because you're worried about what other people think. You're worried about it because it's not perfect. Guess what? Completion is better than perfect. Just be done and move forward and get your bumps and bruises along the way, and you can fine-tune things when it comes to a project that you're working on. But stop waiting for it to be perfect. If I were to only let them play in this car wash when it was perfect, then it would still be sitting out there without a hose attached to it, because I still have not got it unwound. What I realized as I was trying to work with these sponges is I thought about it and said, but my kids won't care. My kids will not have a problem with the sponges being all gooped up like that and twisted up. They won't have a problem with it. They'll have fun with it. It's me. It's my need to have it be perfect for them without the realization that the perfection is in the fact that it's the moment. It's that moment. Perfection is the moment that you're in right now. And that maybe all those sponges are not hanging perfectly where they're supposed to be according to instructions and how they were before. But the fact that it's set up, I kept my word, my boys will pull up in the driveway with Grandma and Papa, see it there and be excited to play, that's perfection. Not a tangled up group of 5 or 6 sponges. And in actuality, for them, I actually threw the sponges over the top so they wouldn't get in their way. No, Daddy, no, we want the sponges hanging. Because I thought people were going to get hung up on them. No, they wanted them hanging. It didn't matter where they were to them. Completion is better than perfection. And so I want you to take a look at your life right now, and especially when we look at something like, a relationship, and maybe even working on something for your relationship, and you're waiting for it to be perfect. Projects die on the table of perfection. Completion is better than perfection. Like, you should be writing down these 2 statements. Projects die on the table of perfection. So if you have a business, something you're working on in business, and you're just waiting for it to be right to launch it, launch the damn thing. Press the button and launch, baby. If it's in your relationship and you're trying to set something up perfect, quote unquote, with your spouse or significant other or children, just do it. Launch. Go do it and enjoy the moment, because perfection is the moment that you are in right now. And when you shift your consciousness around this and you start to have that realization, I can tell you that it sets you free. For me, I caught myself in the moment of trying to be perfect. I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? They're going to be so thrilled to play in this. It's not even funny. So I was okay with it. And I stepped back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I just wanted everything to be ready for them so they could come home and play. And they came and they played for probably an hour, and they're getting soap out and suds, and their friends, their neighbor kids who just moved in, like they have no idea. Like, this is the coolest thing in the world. It was an amazing hour of just fun. Probably, I think it might have even been longer, maybe an hour and a half of just fun for the kids. And that, my friends, was perfection. So stop waiting for the perfect moment to launch. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to like do whatever it is that you want to do with your spouse or even with your children. The moment is now. The moment is now. So take the opportunity you have right now, and that thing that you've wanted to do in your business, just do it. Launch it, baby, and just go for it. And get your bumps and bruises along the way and course correct where necessary. And if it's in your relationship, then great, like go for it. Just pour into your family, because perfection is the fact that you're putting the energy and the focus into them. And that's what creates the magical moments. So take a look at your life right now. And if you've seen this, I've aimed it towards two specific areas: balance and business. Take a look at those two areas right now. And where is it that you have been fearful of launching that big thing, fearful of having that patient project or that client project, fearful of doing it, fearful of going online because you want to be perfect when you do a video, fearful of posting things on Facebook because you want it to be perfect before you post it. Just go do it. Just go get it out there, because perfection is in the fact that you took the action and the steps that are necessary to share your magic, your wonders, your skills with the world. And the same thing in your relationship. So look at those two areas, and where is it that you need to embrace a project that you've had focus on. And instead of waiting for it to be perfect, you just need to press that button and launch. That's all I've got for you here today. Hey, as always, if you haven't, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. I'd love if you go ahead and rate and or review this podcast. And as you've heard me say time and time again, if you need something, reach out to me. Dr. Troy at commitandgo.com. DRTROY at commitandgo.com. I'd love to hear your success stories. I love hearing those. I love hearing if you have questions or you need support, let me know. Or head on over to commitandgo.com and just check out the page and what it is that we have going on in this wonderful, wonderful program that we have called Commit and Go. That's all I've got for you.